Hello, everyone, and welcome to Tabor Talk. So, boy, the weather is very full. October 2nd, baseball playoffs going on. Fantastic stuff. All right, getting right into this. Seems MAGA has sort of co opted this idea of masculinity, especially with young men, and they get sucked into this sort of this bro ecosystem, like the Rogan podcast and Theo Vaughn, all that kind of stuff, and a lot of younger podcasters that I'm not really familiar with. When Trump tries to tap into that sort of thing, and the reality is, it's completely bullshit. It really is just immaturity. That a lot of this, especially with these young men, and the whole notion that MAGA is masculine, they're the alpha male, is so unbelievably laughable. You have no idea what masculinity. It's such bullshit. So I'm going to play a clip in a minute. Colin Allred, there was a Senate race between Ted Cruz and Colin Allred. By the way, Ted Cruz talks about masculinity. Oh my God, a fat, disgusting little pussy boy, Ted Cruz, and Colin Allred. Look, his numbers: played 5 years with the Tennessee Titans, actually in college at Baylor, 6'1", 242 pounds, linebacker. Colin Allred, he's also a lawyer, so he's a big, tough guy, former NFL player, who's also an attorney. Now, that's masculinity. They're all forms of masculinity, but this whole mega stuff, they're all pussies. Even the leader, Donald Trump, like that guy's supposed to be masculine. Here's a fun fact for you. Donald Trump has never had a fist fight. As a younger man or whatever, as a kid, has never had a fight in his entire life. Has never had a fist like what? And he admitted it on one of those brothers podcasts, one of those young. Not that that's kind of silly and all that. Who cares? But just I don't know. I thought you're like a macho guy. I thought you were a UFC dude. Like they're all ridiculous and silly and it's just gross. And masculinity, I mean, me personally, I've been involved in sports my whole life. Baseball, basketball. I used to be a pitcher. Basketball, football, lifetime martial. Who cares about that stuff anyway? Masculinity, in my book, is just being a good person, a strong person, a kind, compassionate, honest, respectful to women, respectful to marginalized people, respect for all. And the number one thing is humility. Humility. And if you play sports, you learn humility at a young age. You learn how to lose. Hey, you lost the game, you go over and you shake hands, just like Tim Walsh says. This is what it's all about. Humility, not this other fake faux masculinity. Okay, let me play this clip and I'll talk some more. This is good. Colin Allred, and this is from the MeidasTouch. Okay, here.
One of the things I've been talking a lot about in my interviews, and I've been focusing a lot on it because it has not got any attention in the corporate media, but it's become a big problem. The MAGAs have been really infesting the youth with their dangerous ideology, and specifically boys. And one of the things that they do is they start with kind of the gaming influencers, and then they bring them up to kind of the right-wing podcasters. And before you know it, these boys are trapped in these echo chambers where they're sharing very dangerous and very misogynistic messages, belittling women, these incorrect ideas of masculinity. And I think whether Democrats, pro-democracy community, whatever you want to call it, has been afraid to talk about that, has been afraid to talk about masculinity, in these terms. And so in its absence, MAGA has been targeting these boys for a long time and stunting their growth into men. And I just see it with these college kids, and I see it with a lot the immaturity. I see it with the behavior online, the treatment of women, the belittling of people, the mocking people who are disabled. And to me, it's so important to reclaim that, because it could be a very dangerous future if that's what's taking place. So I brought on, for example, Democratic Congress member Colin Allred, who was a star football player at Baylor University, the captain of his team, 5 seasons in the NFL on the Tennessee Titans, then went to Berkeley Law School. And so I asked Democratic Congress member Allred about this, about the concept of masculinity, when people like Donald Trump and Ted Cruz are out there targeting young boys and trying to act like their behavior is alpha and masculine. Let me show you right here, Democratic Congress member Colin Allred, what he said right here about Ted Cruz and people like him being able to even exist in the types of locker rooms that Congress member Allred led. Play this clip.
Ted Cruz would not last a second in a locker room. He would not last a second in an NFL locker room or my college locker room, because we could spot guys like him a mile away. We called them me guys. The me guys were the ones who were always looking out for themselves first, who didn't care about the team, who thought that they were just, that they're, that they were hot stuff. And they were also the ones who we would always find a way to kind of get them, chew them up and spit them out, because we couldn't have them on our teams. And when I was captain of the football team at Baylor, and if I ever saw somebody like that, I'd go right at them. I'd go right at them until I broke down whatever was causing them to think they were so special, and make them to get on board with the rest of us, because we're trying to do something together. It's not about you. And we all have to remember that we are part of a cohesive community. As John Lewis used to tell us, we might have come here on different ships, but we're all in the same boat now. We're all Americans. And when you have leaders who think that they're more important than this entire project, a 250-year project that all of us, over 300 million of us are a part of, then you have to make sure that they are no longer in positions of leadership. And so we got less than 40 days here, and I want everyone to know that here in Texas, we can make sure we get rid of Ted Cruz. So get involved with us. Go to colinallred.com. If you're in Texas, make a plan to vote. Check your voter registration status. Make sure you get out to vote. We can do this.
Okay, so there you go. He's great. I hope Colin Allred wins. It's very close there in Texas. Ted Cruz is one of the most disgusting, vile creatures. Oh, he is gross. He's so gross. These people are so disgusting. I hate them. They're so gross. All right, Colin Allred. Oh my God, that would be so awesome, right? Right? Ted Cruz losing, Kamala winning. We win back the president. We win. Kamala wins the House and the Senate. Oh my God, that would be glorious. So there you go. I thought that was fantastic. Sanity's coming back, and we're not going back to that bullshit, right? As I say, we're not going back. Sanity and goodness and kindness and compassion. That's why I always end my videos with good friends, good books, and a sleepy conscience. That's a Mark Twain quote. And peace, love, and understanding. All right? Elvis Costello did a song with that. Okay. More to come. Tabor Talk. Okay, if you made it this far, thank you very much. Make sure you like and subscribe. It helps with the algorithm. You want to. I love when Kyle Kalinske says that. Like and subscribe. You want to. Trying to get to 10,000 subscribers, at which time I'll start doing long-form podcasts and have guests. All right. Peace, everyone.